a little bit of a pause before I jump in and get to say, how's it going, Nakama? Brit is back with some One Piece 1168. As always, I'm joined by the man, the crew, Samurai Drew. What it do?
Yo, happy Sunday! It's a snowy Sunday over here in Michigan for us, I'm sure, for you as well, and ready to cozy up with a comfortable chapter.
Yes, we are also inundated with the snow down here in the bottom half of Michigan. And with that, we've got some good news. We don't have a chapter next week, but we do have one final chapter. So I was correct that we will have our last chapter to begin. We'll have a Christmas chapter to end the year. So
and awesome.
Nah,
what day will that be? Actually, let me look.
2 weeks from today, it'll be the 21st.
My birthday's the 23rd. You know, pretty close to my birthday. Can we call it my birthday chapter?
Yes, Samurai will get his birthday chapter in 2 weeks. So Oda knew ended for Samurai Drew pretty good. Well, any other thoughts or any other news to catch up with before we jump into the chapter, my dude?
Well, one thing, I thought the anime was already done, and there's a few more episodes, like in the last thing we were talking about.
They're finishing up Egghead. I'm pretty sure Egghead's going to get finished. And then as they go into Elbath, that's going to be the 12 core and all of that.
Yeah, well, it takes a lot of drawers to draw a giant. It's a lot bigger than a person, so that it requires a lot more drawing. Imagine it, like 100 times more thing to draw. So.
I'm just excited. We're gonna have to do like a comparison stream where we watch I'll go through a full episode of One Piece before with like the rushed schedule, and then what it looks like when they actually have time. And it's going to be pacing's going to be different. Like everything is going to be different.
Hey, I saw maybe one person just stop by. Hey, make sure to stop and say, hey, put in the chat and give us a like. We're out here. We're homeless, and we need the likes. Please, we are very homeless. No, that's not true, but still, make sure to comment and whatever if you have anything to say about the chapter.
Yeah. I mean, we got a few new subs. I was at an expo yesterday, and a few people joined the community, so excited about that. But yeah, to everyone who stopped by and who's going to stop by, welcome to the fun. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and open up the chapter on my end. Let's see here. So, and now we continue. We continue with reader requests. Reader requests: A Family of Sheep Knitting Hachan 6 Gloves by Mrs. Fuji. So, the Takoyaki 8, which I'm guessing should be his restaurant, has some devoted sheep making him some gloves. So, there you go.
That's funny. I don't know why, but that reminds me of my fiance, this little sheep right here. I'm gonna... She's not black, but... Anyway, but she just reminds me of them all bundled up like that. Right
being adorable and wholesome, because it's her first winter, right?
Right, and, I can just imagine her doing something like this. So I'm gonna have to show her this later. This is you.
This be you.
Ooh, look at this. We have an that's just a longhouse. But yeah, we have another Elbath style log cabin style house right there, where the pillars are that inclined so the snow falls off easily. But this one is raised so that there's actual livable space. So this is a 2-story place here, and it looks good.
Really nice, cozy. Something that's not nice and cozy is realizing that we only have 15 pages today. This is a short chapter, but we have a Christmas / Drew birthday chapter, so we can rejoice in more One Piece to end the year. But any final thoughts before we jump into the chapter? Samurai Joe.
No. Just want to say, Oda's getting probably better at drawing wood grain. I mean, he's even drawing the wood grain on the shovels. You know, so I'm just like kind of noticing with Elbaf, maybe he's upping his wood game, or maybe he has someone on staff doing it.
Yeah. Well, the chapter is called The Snows of Elbaf, after Ida's son, which was definitely about Loki. Last chapter he brought her like a big old bowl to help feed her while she was hungry, to make sure she wasn't hungry, but he was also being a pain in the butt. And then he learned that his mother's village poisoned Ida, and he murdered everybody. And ended by saying, she's not going to die, right? Because she is the only mother I've ever had. So,
right.
We know he literally calls her his mom.
We like so, and that's because of King of Harold's genealogy. You know, I'm sure that's him coming through. Not his, anyway.
Deep down, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
He can just be a royal pain in the ass. So, I'm going on in 3, 2, 1. That same year, 15 years ago, around the world. So 15 years ago, Luffy is 4 at this point. Yes.
Okay.
Luffy's 4. The Ohara incident has happened. Can't think of any other. I think Frankie's whole thing is about to happen. Because it wasn't like a 20 years ago. I think it was like a 16 years ago thing. So, the incident with Tom's workers is probably about to take place in this time frame. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So the Frankie battleship's being used to frame everyone. So.
Oh, that part. Oh my gosh.
Right?
That's why I'm like so baffled that King Harold is part of all this stuff. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So again, 15 years ago, this is around the time when in a year from this span, Loki is going to murder his dad. So we're in that final year of King Harold's life. We're here. So the snows of Elbaf. They're saying those giants in the Navy played a crucial role once again. Oh, nice. That's so great to hear. I used to think they were scary. Now I feel I could meet one someday. I mean, it sucks that what he's having to do, but it's being clear that the intended goal is coming to fruition. Is that fair?
Yes, it is fair. And I'm yelling at the TV screen. Harold, don't do this! Okay, keep going.
Right. Middle panel. Is there any way to get more shipped here? Folks can't get enough food of that Elbaf seafood. Yeah, I bet. Good Elbaf cedar. It's quality stuff. Too bad it's hard to ship. Sold! And I think that is the... He was at Big Mom's tea party. He's like the dude who ships things. Like he is the master shipper or something like that. He's something along those lines, because I believe we saw him at the tea party. New World. Elbaf, New World. And once our dream of being part of the world government comes true. Harold! King Harold! I think that we should build a cruise ship so that we can travel freely to our fellow nations.
Oh, I love those.
So, Harold is giving a speech, sounds like, to all of the Elbathians. And I'm going to go on, unless you have anything.
Go ahead.
Alright. Yep, so he's speaking up to the rest of the world from a big tree branch. To the rest of the world, we are just a very curious minority. There are so many different peoples in so many different countries. They each have cultures worthy of respect. And as we come into contact with them, Elbaf will gain more friends and more wisdom. And they're actually agreeing. Can't wait. We're almost there, my countrymen. Our future is bright. Guess the warrior business is dead. Yeah, because it's been 75 years since Dorian Bragi. Dorian Bragi had been fighting for 75 years at this point.
Like, where are they? Nope. He's like, I got a lot of stuff on my plate. I'm not worrying about those two fools right now.
Well, 35 years ago, they got the lie that Oimo and Kashi were told the lie by the Navy that they were in prison, captivity. So Oimo and Kashi have been serving the Navy for 35 years at this point, because they served them for 50 years.
Bro, I can't wait for the Navy to get their comeuppance.
It's wild. I will see it through Ida, so she's probably dead at this point. I will see it through Ida, so you have him thinking about her in the background. The Walrus School, and it looks like the Walrus School is being built. So Walrus School is about 15 years old. And you have little baby Elbathians playing some type of ball. They're going, hee hee. This is thanks to you, Saul. And Saul responds, a lot more healthy and kids swinging swords, D she.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Really, really cool. So, Harold's work, we got to see, like, common people outside of Elbath, like, getting excited for their products, it becoming valuable, and now he's being able to say, hey, let's go explore the world. I can show you the world. I don't know the rest of that song, so I'll leave it there. Samurai is... He's a Disney princess. It is confirmed. Samurai Joe is a Disney princess.
With your heart last.
Oh, your new world. Alright.
When you last let your heart decide.
Well, I'm going to send it over to my partner. On your go.
On to page 4. Hey, and if you're watching, please leave a comment so that we can at least see any thoughts out there. That'd be great. Thank you so much. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Don't it scare ya? Thinking about what you're losing, Harold. Oh, yeah, I forgot he's a redneck, not a Scottish man. I'm going to fix that one later. No. I no longer think of military might as our national strength. Ida taught me everything I know. The fact that I met her is my lifelong treasure. You can see
she's gone.
Grave, which is among other graves, and which to show, she's a commoner, and led a normal life, and he still, and that's what he fell in love with in the first place. So that was cool. Okay, and then here we have a flashback. Hey Harold, you've really changed. When I first came here, I was terrified of all the civil wars. But you've changed this country bit by bit. Alright, ready for the next one? Do you have anything to say?
No, I just like finally seeing his... Because he truly loved her. He kept on trying to make her his queen. Unfortunately, that is why Estrid's... her village poisoned her. Is because he kept on trying to replace her, quote-unquote replace her. So it's tough. And... See, now that she's officially gone, we don't get to see Loki's immediate reaction to her death. I'm sure that there's probably a fallout between Loki and Hiruden at this point, because she very well is the thing keeping Loki sane. Like I would go posit to say.
Yeah, well, he would have lost. She's the one that gave him his humanity, or his gianty.
Personhood.
His personhood.
Let's go on. This is going to be a sad chapter. Only 15 pages.
I'm waiting for you.
It's just so wholesome. He's just like, I don't know where to go with this.
I know. Okay, here we go. Children studying hard, bright and cheerful laughter. It's like a different country completely. Old practices, changed, strange customs. We ought to throw out all of the bad habits of our warrior past. Really? But I like warrior's pride. I think it's cool. You ought to treasure your culture. Well, what about the fact that you and I were allowed to marry? I've never gotten over that. And she's like, you told them. You wanted to make me your true wife, didn't you? That's so sweet of you. You're my big sweetie. What about Loki? He'd be Harald's little brother. How's that? To me, that's what he's always been. Ha ha ha. As she coughs. And yeah, I'm just.
So this is the first time he told her. This is the first time she's hearing that he's been trying to make her his true wife.
Oh.
You told them ...
Right.
You wanted this is their first time knowing about this.
It's cute. It is cute. And I love how he's drawing his face in the corner here. It's like a happy Santa, and we know he's gonna die in a minute. But we'll see. Well, I don't know that actually. It could be next chapter, but anyway.
I feel so bad because he came back for her. He found out she was sick, and now he's here, and now we're hearing all of the their culture is what isn't allowing us to get married. And she's like, wait, you wanted to marry me this whole time?
So it's making me think that this whole thing where they stab him, I think it was just an inner rebellion from his own people. You know, he's changing our warrior ways. And he his son burnt down our village. He's
trying to make us a bunch of pussies.
Right. They took our jobs, And
they took our jobs.
They took our jobs. And I just feel like this is just a natural, just an organic rebellion. I have a feeling the world government might not be even a part of this. There's no emu a part of this. They're just disappointed in the giants as much as we are, And so we'll see, because they're talking about all this change that they're going through, and and it just makes me think that. So, anyway, on to you.
Yeah. All right. So I am going to go on to the next page in 3, 2, 1, and now you just see her. Just hearing that from you will keep me fed for months. Yeah, it was our first time hearing it. So you have Ida looking very sweet. But really, I don't mind. You're everyone's King Harold, not just mine. We're almost there, aren't we? That's right, Ida. Very soon. We'll be connected to the rest of the world, and our world will grow to be millions of times larger than before. Then we'll do what we used to do, and go traveling. Oh man, that got me a little choked up.
Oh crap.
And go traveling all over, and he's remembering when they were young together. And then she dies. Shit. That sounds fantastic. I can't wait. And he says, neither can I. And she reaches for his hand, and it slips. And he leaves. Yeah. And he leaves her with his hand covers her face. Hiruden rushes in, and Moki, the giant who took over her bar, are right there by her side, crying.
And Road.
Loki is in jail at the destruction of that village, and he puts his head down in remembrance of his mother. He killed everyone.
Wow.
And I doubt that Hiruden knows why. Do you think that he told Hiruden what happened to Ida?
Oh, what do you mean what happened to her? Oh, no. That's interesting. For some reason, he's not doing that. Maybe because people aren't believing him or something, but...
Do you...
Because he should be out of jail. He's the king's son. He's the prince. Why is he in jail?
Hiruden... What?
Excuse me.
Do you think Loki told Hiruden what killed Ida? Go ahead ahead and vote. For those who are new to our community, we like having the community help us not decide, but understand where our thoughts are. And I do think that this is kind of very important to the story of Loki and Hiruden. I do not think that he told her. I do not think that he told anyone what really happened.
Yeah, me either.
You know? Oh, so you agree? It's a no?
No. Yeah, I voted no.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise he would have more sympathy for Loki. He'd be like, "Oh hell yeah, you're on my side. You're just like tsundere, you know, you're tsundere." That's all.
So for all those, please go ahead and vote in the poll. Looks like we've got a good amount, and there is it does seem like there is a very distinct understanding of what the community feels. So I'm gonna continue. Actually, is it Samurai's turn?
No, I thought it was your turn. No.
Okay, it's my turn. So.
Oh
yeah.
no wait. No, it is my turn. My bad. Because you go, oh yeah, then she dies.
And yeah, and now she did.
And that's it. And by the way, what a great way to die! Like, get all of your feelings and all the, you know, she really let it all go and then died. So
she found out that he's been trying to marry her for decades. Like, she found out her true love was just like, dude, you changed me, and I've been wanting to marry you. And she's like, but Loki, I've always seen Loki as Hiruden's little brother, and it's like, ah. Hiruden made it back in time. Very glad that he wasn't abroad because he was trying to find her.
Oh, right. Oh, but that does suck. He came back just in time for her to die then.
I'd rather be there to say goodbye.
Hold on. Who is the doctor of Hiruden's crew?
It's Skird.
Was Gerd on the panel when he's going out and looking for somebody?
We can if we want to flip back a few pages, we
because
can. She's in.
The sad thing is, if he wasn't there, that they were just coming back with the cure right now. That would be insane.
Yeah, she's standing right there as he runs in. So you have.
No, I think my last chapter.
Yeah, because there's Goldberg, there's Ripley, and there's a little column right there.
Yeah, something tells me that they had the solution and then got there right in the nick of not time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay. All right, on to me. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. 14 years ago, so another year has passed. Shanks has gone missing? Okay, here we go. Yes. And once his current mission was complete, he was on track to be made a full-fledged knight. As his backup, this means you have a golden opportunity. Will you take it? Of course I want to join the Knights of God. It means that Elbaf will be allowed to join the government. And so, look at this. Oda loves drawing these 5, ignorant old men in a row like this, because look how cool it is. I want this on a poster right here, like this, like them all walking together like this. It is so cool. Anyway, I'm hyped right now. I'm like hyped. This is so cool. Okay, anyway, congratulations. The Great One trusts you. What a long haul it's been. And now you will be known as the king who changed Elbaf's history forever. Actually. And then, do you have anything to say? Are you still there?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just so I'm so anxious for what he's about to say, because he says actually. So let's go ahead and go, because my breath just stopped.
What's Ghibli Cool 9 says hi. Hi, Ghibli Cool. Thank you so much for coming by. Let me know what you're thinking about this new One Piece chapter. If it's a spoiler, we'll just read it at the end. But if it's not, we'll read it immediately. Okay.
Yeah, be sure to vote too, okay? If you haven't yet.
Vote. On the day that Elbaf is entered into the world government, I plan to advocate the throne.
Oh God.
Someone younger and pure deserves to be our new king.
Oh God.
That is for Mu to decide. And so now we have Mu, who we think is, or who I think is a child, like a little like girl. I think it's like a little girl, in a man's body, or, you know, a man taking over. So that's kind of fun to think about. Like an old man who's taken over a young girl to live forever.
He immediately starts thinking, what? Oh, okay. I love Harold just for thinking this automatically.
That is for Mu to decide. Why is someone sitting on the empty throne? Come closer. I've been watching thee, Harold.
We still have pages left.
Yes, and so it looks like Mu is pretty pleased with King Harold. He's big and he's the king and everything else, but him advocating the throne, they're like, nah.
This also
need you.
This also goes to show that only those at the very tip top of the whole sunken abyss. This is the Abyssal Covenant. So you have the Depths Covenant, the Shallows, Depths. Now you have no idea who Emo is until you get to the very last one.
Right.
And more importantly, Shanks just dipped. So Shanks has been out of. Yeah, so for years, Shanks he went to Marijwa, and then he went off to become a pirate.
Wow. So yeah, this is okay. Are you ready for the next?
Yeah, I'm ready to go on in 3, 2, 1. And it's just like the castle seems to expound out. Ooh,
weird.
And you can see
panel.
another unfinished panel, and you can see the mark on his arm steaming. There's steam all behind him. Huff, huff. It's rippling through me. It's almost frightening. And you have Harold in another unfinished panel. Again, Drew mentioned it earlier, drawing giants is tough. So he's bending down in front of
right.
Venus Juro, Mercury, and Warkery. And now, he is immortal. It chills the spine. He is more than a monster. At this point, he is a weapon. Now at long last, thou art the undying knight in service to Mu. Undying? It still doesn't feel real. Thou wilt create an abyss on Elbaf. That will be thy bond to us. And when thou hast cast thy final duty after that. Okay? Thy wish will be granted. Elbaf will be welcomed among the world government members. And then you hear, let's have a toast! Welcome back, King Harold! And you have a very unfinished panel.
Right.
So, a little scared, but we're at the end of the year. There's not any cryptic messages on this one where he says, sorry. Okay. There's no cryptic messages of, sorry I didn't finish. But this was pretty rough. This one's pretty rough.
Yeah. But it still looks good. Honestly, it still looks pretty good.
Still looks pretty good for sure.
Yeah.
Still crazy. We still have 4 pages left. It looks like I'll be ending us off. But any final thoughts, Samurai, as we go on to your pages? Or any thoughts from the people in the chat?
Oh, no, but Ghibli, I hope you're still here. We got 5 people watching. Thank you all for stopping by. Make sure to vote and to leave a comment. All right, on to me. Roost Castle. Okay, this is the main one where he dies, so here we go. This might be the place. And so he comes in. There's the ritual circle. Huh? What did you just say, O great Emu? Use thy entire country to form an army of warriors that will build a giant fleet to rival the Navy and act for the benefit of the world. That is thy... Wait! No, stop! I have been doing all this to help Elbaf escape the cycle of fighting. Of course, I've always intended to allow those who wish to enlist in the Navy to do so, but not like this. Who's His Majesty talking to?
He may not have been Domi Reversely when he was killed.
Well, remember, that's what I said earlier in the beginning of this chapter, right? You remember me saying that?
I think so.
Yes, I was saying that this is probably a natural thing that happened because everyone's not agreeing with the way he's been, changing the culture. But now looking at it, I don't know. It's maybe I'm kind of being thrown through a loop actually. So we'll see. We'll see. It's exciting.
Really.
On to the next. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we have Emu's eyes upon King Harold. Thou saidest history would be atoned for. Thou saidest doubt would be a slave. Yes, but only myself. History is not so light that it can be shouldered by thee alone. Do not speak back. Thou canst disobey Mu. I'm starting to think that maybe his other people were Domi Reversing or something because I'm flip-flopping. I'm flip-flopping when those who have accepted the depths of covenant are given immortality and strength, but must obey orders in return. Think what thou wilt. I will have my way. Huh? Okay, weird. Here we go. I can't stop being controlled, and Elbaf with me. There was never any intent to bring us into the circle of the world. Damn you, Emu! Liar.
Is that why he gave up his arm to be eaten by that stupid thing?
Oh yeah, I've been thinking that for since the last chapter. I forgot to say that. Yes. I definitely boom out, but maybe for a different. I think it was a spring of the moment thing, or the sea negates your powers, and so that's why he was able to not regrow his arm. So we'll see.
Shanks has lived the most interesting life. Shanks literally is the most interesting man in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah. So we'll see. So I think that the sea had something to do with his arm. He was like, I'm finally able to break free. I've met some great people down here. Anyway.
I have got the last 2 pages, and I am so excited.
Okay.
It's not going to be the last 2 pages of 2025, but darn it, it's going to feel like it. So Samurai Drew, are you ready to see how Harold's backstory ends? Because I'm pretty sure he's just going to be like, fucking murder me.
Yeah, that's it. I'm ready.
Alright, 3, 2. Guards to arms! Were you planning to make the warriors of Elbaf their slaves? What is it, Your Majesty? Is someone in here? Bring chains, tie me to this pillar. Act quickly, call Chief Jarl and my sons. I'm pretty sure Hiruden is out at sea right now. And Prince Loki is still in a cell for the thing that he did. I cannot resist. What's the matter, Your Majesty? Just release him. So he is... It looks like he's hitting his head against the pillars. Yeah, so just release him. So Hiruden is away, and Loki is in prison for the thing that he did, which is, I'm guessing, destroying Astrid's hometown. So I'm going to finish off this page. And then we will have a quick sip and discuss to wrap things up. So
that sounds good.
Time to finish it in 3, 2. Underworld holding cells. You're freed, Loki. Report to Aras Castle immediately. The king calls you. So that makes sense. This is the instance that we started the entire chapter with. Ja Rule's house. Urgently. Just a moment. What could it be? But now let us return to the story. On this day, there was a terrible massacre inside the castle, and the most beloved ruler in the history of Elbas, wise King Harold, perished. And with that, we get to pivot into a sip and discuss, a toast to kicking butt, and just this is our review portion of the chapter where we just try and digest everything. When Loki's backflash happens, and by Loki's backflash, it was Harold's backflash because that was kind of just the onset of everything. It was, let's see here. It wasn't even 11:55. Let's see, 11:52. 11:52. At 11:52, it started with Loki arriving at the castle. Aras Castle 14 years ago. So we are now at the corresponding point of Loki arriving at the castle. Him and Ja Rule. He summoned you too, Loki. Yeah. Hey, we're family. You're good looking, old man. You're looking good, old man. The old man. Just try not to live too long, eh? Shut your mouth. His Majesty is in the throne room. What does he want me to be anyway? I have no interest in a man who'd sell his soul to the world government. Literally what Loki had said, and that is corresponding to Harold being made a knight with the covenant, the Abyssal Covenant. And yeah, so now we get to see where we'll be coming in with Harold being murdered. So
it's looking like we got another chapter of the flashback, and then when we get back from the new year, hopefully we see Luffy in the new year. That would be great.
So 52-68, it has been 16 chapters of a backflash.
Yeah. And what's the normal flashback lengths? I think
12.
Normal is it 12? So
10 to 12. So we've definitely crossed that. I think this officially is the longest flashback as far as chapter amount. So yeah, this is a really, really good chapter, really fun chapter. It sets up really well for the grand finale, and it shows the true devastation of Harold's story. He was there to watch his true love die when he wasn't there to watch the love he was betrothed to die. Like that's the general dynamic. And a really interesting juxtaposition is he wasn't there to see Estrid pass away, but was there to see Ida pass away. Estrid denied Loki on her deathbed. Ida claimed him on her deathbed. That is a huge juxtaposition between the two there. One denied him as a baby. Another denied him as a young adult. And you see what he would literally burn the world to the ground for Ida, and he almost did. He started to. Now he's about to go out into the world after the death of his father. So like this is a really great way for the flashback. We say backflash here because that's how weird we are. To end. So any thoughts as like Oda, in my purview, I think is nailing the landing fairly well.
Yes. But while you were talking, I was researching as far as like the flashbacks and the links. And I know that you're talking about something else, but I was looking it up while you were talking. And I just wanted to show you what I found out. Yeah, Odin's flashback. Do you know how many chapters that was?
I'd say 15.
Well, it says on this AI thing 14. I'm sure maybe you're. Oh no, it says 14. 14.
Okay.
I think. And then what's this one? Right now, are we on? And because I was trying to figure out what the Odin one was, but now I'm trying to look up how many chapters we're at right now for the Elbaf flashback.
16.
16. Okay.
Because it started in 1152 and we're now in 1168.
So, this must be an important one. There can only be one more that might be longer. That might be, what would you think I'm thinking of?
Is it Corazone's flashback?
No, in the future. What flashback do you think will beat this in the future, maybe?
Oh! I mean, Emu, Lilith, and all of them.
Joy Boy. Yeah, the Joy Boy Emu flashback. I think that thing's going to be this long at least.
Yeah, because it'll be, definitely. Yeah. Well, this also is very in-game, so...
Yeah.
We have to see.
2 more islands and we'll be literally at, whatever, the Lodestar, right?
Mm-hmm. So 2 more islands, so at least 2 more flashbacks.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all pretty, let's just say it's all pretty wild. It's all
I know we always talk about big picture stuff. That's always fun to think about. Where is next? What's the next island after they do this? It's so confusing. Either they go back to Mary Joa or they go to Lone Star.
No, it's next island is Winter Island, where Law got beat.
Wait, what was it?
The island that Law got beat up on. It's Winter Island.
Winter Island. How come I haven't heard of those?
It's Winter. W-I-N-N-E-R.
Oh, I said winter.
Yeah, no. The island where Law got beat up by Blackbeard, that's the next island.
Mm-hmm.
So after Wano, they did the whole drawing straws for who gets to go to the islands.
Right.
Laws was in the front with Winter. Kid was Elbaf, and he was in the middle. And then we went to Egghead.
Yeah.
So Egghead, Elbaf, and then Winter Island is technically the quote-unquote last one of those 3. So we definitely have Winter Island next. I could see us meeting up with... I could see Beppo showing up with Law anytime now, to be honest. I could definitely see them in the area. So I think that's a possibility.
It'd be fun if it was Winter Island, if that was like a Zoe type arc where it was like kind of short and we just like get everybody getting hockey. It's like a training sesh, the Winter Island. I am the tiger. And we Chopper, Nami, Robin.
Well, it'll definitely be the whole setup. It'll definitely be more of that whole setup into the final act with Seraphim and all that. So, because remember, we still haven't seen Baby Dofi in the field yet. We haven't seen Baby Croc, who's a very androgynous baby. And then also Baby Moria, we haven't seen them out in the field. So we still have to see those Seraphim out in the field.
Forgot about them.
We still have Cross Guild out there, and they've announced that they're making their move. It's all the pieces are moving, and then there's like a few shadow pieces. We're going to get the Revolutionary Army and Sabo as a Flame Emperor on the move. Yeah. So all of the corresponding pieces, I think, that's going to be the next arc.
Can you imagine if Sabo was the Emperor? Can you imagine if Sabo was the Emperor of the kingdom that he grew up in, where his parents were? Like, he ended up being the Emperor there. Like, that would be insane at the end of the story. I always think.
Well, his brother Shelly is the king now.
Yeah, that'd be great. Oh, I guess that, he needs to be better than that, then. He needs to be, like, something.
Yeah.
I wonder what Sabo's going to be.
I'm very interested as well, but he's also been, remember, at the end of Egghead, we got the revelation that everything is sinking. And Oda's been sprinkling that literally with Enies Lobby and Water 7. Like, that was... Actually, no, Long Ring Longland, which makes that even more of an important arc, which is hilarious in retrospect. Absolutely hilarious. That Longland is not only gave us the Davy back fight, which was so impertinent to all of One Piece lore, but also with the rising and falling of the sea tides and how we were even told then that sea tides are getting stronger and getting higher every year by, I can't remember his name on the stilts. I can't remember it. I've been doing well.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
Stilt guy is
the
where we
man.
first, old man. Stilt guy is the first one who told us that the sea tides were changing. So, yeah. Overall, I think it's been a very good, really good flashback. Like, we got rocks, we got the understanding of rocks, we've got the setup of all those different characters. We now have, like, Whitebeard off with Marco Polo getting started, and he's meeting baby Marco. Then they join and go off there. Kaido being an absolute troll and eating the Uo Uo no Mi mythical model and immediately being able to turn into a dragon, which was still crazy. Big Mom and Streusen breaking off and going on their routes. So it's one where all the stories are set up. The realization that Shanks at around 23, 24 returned to Marie-Joie, and then after, I think when he was like 30, took off. So he went to Marie-Joie, became a Holy Knight, probably found out about Emu and was just deuces. Took off about that. And yeah. Also, did he give up his left arm on purpose to the Master of the Coast in Luffy's backstory, so he could no longer be controlled?
Right. And yeah, you like saw the goodness in Luffy, and saw like a way out. Yeah, so because you can also just imagine that he was like, well, the question is, what was he doing amassing the crew while he was still, working for the government? Like, why did he have a crew? Is it just that they, because he was like looking for people, right? He rolled up on Usopp's dad, right? He wasn't just, Usopp's dad didn't just come up to him.
I think he was traveling through the East Blue, met Usopp's dad, and Usopp's dad was like, I know I just got this woman pregnant. So yeah, a pirate life for me. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know if he was working. Do we know if he was working on orders when he took off, and then by getting his arm bit off, he was finally free? Like, there's a really big, distinct gray area.
I love the idea that he was able to nullify the power because he was in the water in the first place. And, but, just the well of emotion of saving Luffy and not wanting to be, secretly evil, that his crew... Yeah, I don't know. I could just imagine that it was a moment that he decided to just let it happen. But we'll see. I don't think he did it. I don't think he lost it super on purpose. But I think that he was definitely okay with it happening. Like, there was a certain amount of peace when it happened, and
like, I'm finally free from that whole, like, that feeling of restraint. Because we're gonna get our tin hat on. For all of those who are listening to the stream, go ahead and vote. Do you think that Loki told Hyruin what actually happened to Ida and how she actually died? We got a few people stopping in. Luffy was accidentally seven when he accidentally ate the gumgum fruit, I think. It keeps on saying Luffy ate the gumgum fruit at 7 years old. I'm still seeing 7 years old when he ate the fruit. So, in that Luffy was 7, if this is 14 years ago, Luffy is 19, he's 5 at this point. So
2 more years.
So in the 2 years that Shanks dipped out of Marie-Joie, he met Ben Beckman. He stole Yasopp from Yasopp's family that was needing him.
Right.
He got Lucky Roo. He got all of these guys, and then jumped Who's Who with the Gumma Gumma no Mi. So, did he know what now that we know that he had so much more time in Marie-Joie, did he know what the Gomu Gomu was? Like, what does Shanks know? Because I hadn't even gone down this spiral since knowing he was a God's Knight candidate.
Could it be that he wanted that devil fruit? No, but I don't know. Yeah, I'd love to know why he got that Gumma Gumma no fruit, and if it was supposed to go to Loki, and it was like smuggled out of there after this event or something.
Mm-hmm. So it's now we're starting to understand why, as we start circling back, why Summers was like the failure of Harold, because as Harold was being told to turn all of Elbath into giant slave warriors, he was just like, murder me, and then he got killed. So it's one where sounds like Loki got blamed, cover-up ensued. Yeah. Pretty quote-unquote straightforward, if you will. Column has already been born. We saw a little Column that was at Ida's deathbed. Yeah, everything is coming into place. Any final thoughts as we wrap up?
Random final thought. Random. I'm looking at all. Oda loves drawing all these swords on the bottom of Emu's throne. Which is the swords from all the kingdoms that have he's subjugated or whatever.
That's the 20 kingdoms that came together.
How many of those swords are Owanimoto swords, I wonder? Like, can you just pick up that one on the top? And it's like the coolest sword of all time. Knock off the dust on it?
Well, could be, especially because we don't know how open Wano was, and if Wano's master craftsmen were making swords for the other members of the quote-unquote resistance to the ancient kingdom. So, but to your point, Harold was just like, who is on the throne that no one should be on? What's going on here? Like, immediately, like,
I'm not gonna like this guy.
Like, immediately, like, what have I done?
I don't like him.
He literally became that meme from Arrested Development. It's just like, what have I done?
Look out on me. Look.
Oh man, but all right. I'm gonna go ahead and look to wrap up the poll. Do you think Loki told Hiruden what killed Ida? The majority of the community said no. Do you think that Loki told Hiruden what killed Ida? So I'll go ahead and wrap that poll up there. That's pretty fun. It's good to think. It's interesting thinking that Loki was just like, you're not gonna believe me anyway. Everyone thinks I'm a monster. I just killed my mom's village because I am who I am. He was coming to see Harold after being let out of jail for burning down that town.
Crazy. Like, I don't understand why he doesn't just fess out, but we'll see.
Yeah. So, who knows? Hopefully this is Hiruden first learning what happened to Ida in the telling of the story, because again, we're seeing a depiction of the story he is telling. That's why we all were just like, why are we getting all this rocks? And now we're just like, thank you for giving us all this rocks. It's just a crazy, crazy backstory, and I just want to end it with the tragedy, the true tragedy of Harold trying to change his country so much and never being able to marry who he truly wanted to marry. And her not knowing literally until her final moments. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. As he's being this big, humble person and really kind of showing us why he's doing all of this, just so that her and him can travel all over the world without people being afraid of her. Like, at the end of the day, I truly think he did all of this not only to help his people, but for Ida. And that's like,
Yeah.
I think he truly did all of this for Ida. So,
Agreed.
just especially as two older bros who are both in love themselves, it's just like, hey, when the right one comes along, it's just like, I guess we're gonna change the world for him. So,
waiting for the world to change.
I think that is a great place to end it.
Yeah.
We will be off next week unless we want to do some kind of fun holiday stream, but we'll probably save that for the New Year type. Obviously, the skins are going to come out in the next 2 weeks, so be careful, everyone, about those spoilers.
Thank you for reminding me.
Those spoilers are going to hit hard because we're going to get some reckless stuff. I think it's going to be half of it is going to be...
No, don't be reversey? Okay, so let's lay
no Dermy reversey. We're saying this right now.
So we're both... Please, let me think. Maybe I want to... No, he's like, man, please kill me. Yeah, please.
I think he's the one who starts killing people. Because there are 100 skulls of giants.
Well, what if Loki sees all this men like killing Loki and killing King Harold? Is like, what are you doing to my dad?
I think Harold killed the 100 dead giants in the room, and Loki's the one who stopped.
I wouldn't say I think it was Loki after seeing the what we say the Knights kill King Harold for King Harold asking the Knights to do it because he's about to change or whatever.
Oh man.
So no, I think we're both agreeing no Domi Reversi, but we are disagreeing on who is the one to kill the Knights, the King Harold's Knights. I think it's Loki. I think Loki kills them.
I think it's Harold who just massacres everyone, and Loki is literally the only one who could stop him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he steals the fruit, and because we still don't know what the damn fruit is. We still don't know what the fruit is.
There's like a little corner of a panel that we didn't see of someone like sneaking out.
Oh man. So yeah,
I'm starting to agree with you on the idea that King Harold is the one that killed them all, and that Loki, because King Harold's like, please Loki, kill me. And Loki being actually, emotionally emotionally not intelligent, but also emotionally intelligent in some ways, is going to first not agree and then agree because he knows that it's probably for the best.
And you know what? I do think that way because the cross of both him and Rox, the two best friends dying as they're controlled by Emu, I think is a good parallel for both of their ways of going out. I do think that is a very fitting way that both of them were controlled by Emu and fought in their final moments.
Do you think we're gonna see Loki try to cut off King Harold's arm to see if that will stop the control and see that it won't work?
I don't know how he'd know. Unless he's just like, the brand on my arm is controlling me, Loki, save me. And Loki's like, brand on your arm? No arm? Like, I don't know if they have that type of bandwidth.
No. Okay, that's my guess.
Yeah, so, 2 weeks, we'll see y'all, but we are at least predicting that, the murders, there will be no Domi Reversi. Drew's kind of on the fence that it was Harold that did it, but kind of thinks it's possibly Loki as revenge. But we already know that Hiruden's at sea, gone at sea. So this is it. So all right, I think that was a really great way to end it. We literally are coming up on 59 minutes, so just a good hour. Hope everyone enjoys the rest of their Sunday, starts enjoying the rest of their December. We'll see everyone back here in 2 weeks for the final chapter of 2025. It has been a crazy year. And we might want to go ahead and do like those bingo cards for next year of like what we get, what do we think is going to happen, and if it comes true. Because some other channels do that, and it's pretty fun. So I'll probably start working on that of like a One Piece prediction card. Obviously, we'll have Drew's like aliens in there, because that's his prediction that's his prediction every year. Is the moon. Yeah, thank you all for joining us. As always, stay reckless, Warlords. Peace.
Bye.